as fast as the pacing can be, and as fast as some solutions can be. I gotta say, nothing has been more hyping up now than ever. At long last, some answers, but giving typical shonen, these answers only raised further questions. But I cannot deny that I like this one. Yeah, I mean, I liked this chapter way more than ever after everything happened. And it's only 3 chapters left before 100 chapters. And who knows, maybe in that chapter 100 we will finally get the main answer. Who knows? And yes, I am talking about Black Clover chapter 97. And it is me, the angry anime fan, the despair reviewer. What am I talking about? Well, you probably know, you read the chapter, but I'll talk about it anyway. First of all, Aster is floating in what appears to be a dark abyss. Of course he thinks he is dead, and he's still and he's complaining the fact that he hasn't even married his sister yet. You know, I don't complain about Aster's character that much. Yeah, I mean, of course he's a stock, typical shonen hero. And people criticize he's not exactly that original, but hey, what is original? But I gotta say, I like his a fusion of every single shonen hero. He has the stubbornness of Naruto, the kind, no, the never giving up of Pegasus Seiya, the determination of Luffy, and well, the kind heart of one more. Wonder who that was. Of Toriko? No, who cares? Either way. But the one thing I criticize about him is the fact that when he thinks he is dying, he's screaming the fact that he hasn't married sister yet. I mean, you mother freaking idiot. Give up on that so-called sister already. It's comical, but it's also, oh, you poor simple-minded idiot. You don't have any luck with that. And not only because she is a woman way older than you, I presume, but also because she raised you, she's a nun, and more importantly, you have other chicks who are way better match for you. So yeah, that's the one thing I criticize about him. Enough about that. Let's talk about what's really happening here. Aster meets a shadow figure. It looks exactly, or perhaps very similar to that shadowy figure we saw way back in chapter 1, that demon-like figure. Of course, we do not know what that one is, but the plot thickens, my friends. As the witch says last time, I thought you were his descendants. It turns out Asta is not that person's descendant, but he is something else, and that is the real question. Moreover, what is this black abomination or demon in it? He says he has been with him, the one who has always been closest to him. You know, I think a lot of people, although, are gonna criticize this. They're gonna say it, so it's basically a Naruto reshape, effectively since Kurama the nine-tailed fox was sealed inside Naruto, and technically this demon is the same, but then again it appears that this demon is not sealed within Aster, more like he just exists within him, because he's saying something like, I've been the one always closest to you, but I need to have your to take a new body on the material world. Your body is mine. Aster, of course, tries to fight that, as the demon just says to him that I can give you power, but Aster says he want to win with his own strength. And even though the demon says you will just lose consciousness a little, and a shrimp like you have no chance of winning. But Asta charges against the demon and says, never giving up in my magic, and he managed to keep his sense of self as the black like substance surrounds him, gives him a wing, cloaks his right eye, and completely makes his anti-magic sword black. Also, this is a cool callback. You all remember when he defeated Vet from when then we saw that demon back then too. But we all began to question ourselves: is that a note or is that a foreshadowing? Maybe this. I think this confirms it was a foreshadowing, because of one other thing besides the fact that that demon just looks exactly like that mirror image of the despair-eating demon. It is also that when Asta is surrounded by that black mist, his, I think, right eye turns lizard-like, the same they did as soon as the vet got stricken down by his sword. So it was a foreshadowing. Of course, we do not exactly hear what Asta really is. And what the Queen says only makes this further confusion. She says something like, the sword itself contains anti-magic energy that flows through the demon's shivering swords. And the reason why no one else can wield it is because since they have mana within themselves, then it will reject them and eat up their mana. However, given to the fact that Asta doesn't have any magic, instead of eating magic within his body, since he doesn't have any, it works the opposite. The anti-magic flows within his body instead, meaning his body is actually contains anti-magic, so to speak, and he has been able to control that power unconsciously. And the Queen used a part of her blood inside Asta in order to increase the power's flow, in hopes of finding out if Asta was that person's descendant. But according to her, Asta is not. And Asta himself doesn't know what's happening, but he does feel good. He describes it as being in a cold lake getting chilled, or like he was in a cold lake getting chills. His head feels clear but scary, but his power is overflowing. And what the Queen says is the greatest mystery of all. She says that Asta is not the descendant to that person, whoever that person is. Again! But she calls Asta a freak mutation. Something like just a person that technically is not supposed to exist. Well, she doesn't exactly say that. But in a way, we have always asked ourselves, why doesn't Asta have any magic? Is it because he is a demon? Is it because he is related to a demon? Or is it just because, well, he was just that unfortunate? And now it almost seems like it's all these three, but maybe even the fourth. The way Queen says it, it almost sounds like Asta just simply wasn't born with any magic. He was nothing special. He was just born with it. However, due to the fact that he wasn't anything special, just what she calls a freak mutation, who mana did not reside in, makes Asta special because he can fully utilize the anti-magic power within the sword. So in other way, he is special despite being not special at all. So yeah, confusion. If I confused you, sorry, I am a bit confused myself. But I think we have gotten some clues on exactly what Asta is, and I'm not saying that I'm still not convinced Asta is a demon. In fact, why that demon inside of him exists. I do wonder though, is this gonna be like Ushio and Tora relationship, or is this gonna be like the Kurama and Naruto? Given it's Shonen Jump, it's very likely it's gonna be like Kurama and Naruto relationship. But I do wonder if Asta is ever gonna meet that demon again. I think the demon is awakened. The fact he says, now I can use my body in the material world, seems to suggest that he does exist, just not in this dimension. And Asta is like a gateway to that. But it's also for the fact that, what I said before, Lisht said, Asta is a kid that is hated by mana. Which, if we translate that in other words, it means that the fact that Asta doesn't have any magic is simply because he doesn't have any mana within him. And that is because, mana hates him. But the Queen says he's just a simple freak mutation. A unique yet nothing special that is still very special. Just what is Asta? Why wasn't he born with any anti-magic? Was it a side effect or was it something else? Either way, only he can utilize the full potential of that mana, of the anti-magic to its full potential. But now he does it unconsciously, and the demon, well, quasi helped him. However, if Asta can utilize this, then I'm just saying, screw magic. He already has something way more awesome. Either way, as the queen just says that now no magic can defeat you. Of course, the smile freak just freaks out as he fires the beam. However, Aster jumps at and eats up the magic beam, and like a black meteor, just cleaves through the beam, much to Noel's shock, who is the only one who's awakened to see that. As the smile freak has his villainous breakdown, I got this strong by trampling over everything. Astia says, I grew strong together with anyone. As he does a awesome new attack, slashes the freak guy, and finally ending the one. Ladros, whatever his name was. Finally ending it. Now, though, is the question. As we have talked this entire long video, sorry it got longer than it was meant to be. Will Aster be able to learn this power? Is it his power, or is it the demon's power within him? Or is it the fact that the demon and him are connected? I mean, it's eternally questions. It's just as I said in the beginning of this video. A lot of answers got answered, but at the same time we got just as many questions. But if Aster managed to learn and take this power for himself, do you have any idea how much more badass he's gonna be? If you ask me, he needs to use this power more often. It's not magic, but it's similar. Anti-magic. It's, it's something that mere body strength cannot do. And you need to have some kind of those abilities in order to, defeat the higher tops. So if you can, and it's all power to it. All in all, the suspense in Black Clover just rised even more. So give me your thoughts if you have any.